Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live underground? Early humans lived underground or in caves before they started building homes above ground, and the design of homes has come a long way. However, underground homes are being built called earth homes that are very eco-friendly, and you will be surprised just how cool some of these places are. So sit back and relax and check out these 10 most insane underground houses. Cave House, Festus, Missouri. Imagine owning 17,000 square feet of sandstone cave and then deciding to build a home inside of it. That is exactly what Kurt and Deborah Sleeper of Festus, Missouri did. This place became notoriously famous since it was put up for sale on eBay, and it's both unique and amazing in all kinds of ways. The hybrid home is of natural stone roof, of course, and modern infill wall, assorted antique furniture and furnishings. It's a hybrid home, meaning that some of the rooms inside have the natural sandstone roof, and it's sad that sand falls from the ceiling in the kitchen and the dining areas. So, better pack an umbrella when visiting. The interesting thing about this location is that it used to be famous for rock singers to perform in the 80s, but long before was a roller skating rink in the 50s. It sits on many acres of rural land and has an impressive 14 waterfalls. Being that it's built inside of a cave, geothermal energy provides power and heating and cooling during much of the year. Electricity bills are a fraction of what they would be otherwise. As you walk inside, you will see a living area, and there's a huge recreational area located in the back. Aside from the strange design choices in some areas, there is still something enchanting about this casual and strange cave house. Malator Underground House, Wales. This house was built in 1998 in Druidston, Pembrokeshire, Wales, and was designed by architects Future Systems for Bob Marshall Andrews, a former member of Parliament for Medway, and his wife Gil Marshall Andrews. Malator is an earth house which overlooks St. Bride's Bay and is known locally as the Teletubby House. The house is built with an exterior glass wall which faces Druidston Haven, and those huge glass walls have round portal holes which open to allow air to come into the dwelling. An open log fire is the centerpiece to the main room and has seating all around it. The land the house is built on is only 500 feet from the sea and gives a spectacular view from inside. From far away, the house looks nearly invisible and covered by a hill on one side. The inside of the house is actually a big single space with multicolored prefabricated units such as bathrooms, kitchens, and bedrooms. The units were built and then put inside of the hill space. It's an interesting idea and means that you could change things around a little bit just by moving the pods. Villa Valls. If you were wondering if it is possible to build a house in an alpine slope and still conceal the house so that no one knew it was there and doesn't interfere with nature, then this is it. This really neat underground house is completely dug out of the mountainside, and it has plenty of elbow-stretching room with 1,722 square feet of space and offers enough room for 10 people to live comfortably, 12 if you have kids. The neat thing is that because it was carved out of the mountain and sits inside, the architects were able to build it very close to the world-famous Peter Zumthor's Valls thermal spring, without disturbing nature. The entrance is too amazing for words, so good thing you're watching this video. There's a traditional woodshed door you open and go down some stairs, and then you walk and pass through a glass wall, pass by bales of hay lit by overhead chandeliers, and then you come to some winding stairs in a concrete tunnel. Go up, and suddenly you're standing in the brightly lit villa interior. Nearly every room is on a different level. In the bedroom, integrated steps allow access to the cozy sleeping platforms, quiet reading books, and private bathrooms. The multiple levels and the concrete and stone steps give the incredible underground house a castle-like vibe. Hidden House in Lower Silesia, Poland. Most underground homes are built with two intentions. One of them is to be ecologically friendly, and the other is to build it as invisible to the public eye as possible. But most of these homes, especially this hidden house, have some neat-looking entrances visible on one side. However, this awesome underground home built in Lower Silesia, Poland, was designed to be invisible at all angles. In fact, it's designed so that only the homeowner has access to the house and the beautiful grassy roof area. When the house was designed, it had a bizarre-looking overhang that stretched out over the landscape. And designs also show a driveway which leads underground, utilizing a huge trapdoor that opens, allowing you to drive down to the ground floor. The main living room is accessible from here, as well as a same-level garden that gets its light from above. Earth-bermed underground house. If you are wondering what an earth-bermed house is, it's simply a house built underground with earth on 2 or 3 sides of the house. This, of course, provides some thermal insulation and also hides the home as it sits mostly underground. There is a south-facing facade which creates a bright interior, maximizing solar efficiency. The house is entirely built using reused copper and black cherry wood, which was brought in locally. The inside of the house is covered in beautiful wood walls, counters, and lots of shelving. There's a lounge area that seats plenty of people and faces a wall of windows which beyond lies an incredible view of the surrounding forest. Buried house in Italy. Here is something unique that was designed by Italian architects Ossa Architettura in the region of Basilicata in Italy. The house is along a hill that separates 2 rivers and is built on an area of 630 square meters on a plot of 7 hectares. This house is called a buried house, and while some of it looks like it's above ground, the entire structure is built at ground level, as to not interfere with the surrounding nature. All rooms in the house enjoy a panoramic view of the lake. The large windows frame the outside landscape. The concrete roof provides the structure of the house with a rather complex evolution and perspectives. The house is covered by a camouflaging plant environment that brings a pleasant visual impact on the site. Inside, the floors are covered in black marble, while these walls and ceilings are prefabricated concrete. There's a lounge with a center fireplace, and outside, a couple of infinity pools in case your guests want to go for a swim. Felderhof House. Underground houses are great for many reasons, but not visually impacting their surrounding environment is one of the main reasons that people build them, like the young man who bought this above-ground farm. He was conscious of the unique nature from the beginning and didn't want to disturb anything. It's cleverly designed with 2 uniform structures and was built slightly offset so that it matched the profile of the hill. Preserved in pristine condition, it's a prime example of the pear farmstead and has a stone-weighted wooden shingle roof and shed, and above this a steep thatched roof. It sure doesn't look like much from outside, but step inside and you will be amazed at the incredible wood walls and floors. In the kitchen there is a long skylight that floods the underground home with natural sunlight. The bathroom and shower area is modern and spacious. The interesting thing is its neat futuristic looks as it sits next to the generations-old farmhouse, which connects together by an underground staircase. And those giant glass windows in the front of the house slide and can be opened to let in fresh mountain air. This is one cool underground house that will have you forgetting you're living on a farmstead. Edgeland House. Out of all the homes we've shown, we thought this one was the neatest looking when it came to architectural design. The house is located on a rehabilitated brownfield site and is a modern reinterpretation of one of the oldest housing typologies of North America, the Native American pit house. This pit house, as its name suggests, is sunken and takes advantage of the Earth's mass to maintain thermal comfort all year long. This house is built 7 feet into the ground, keeping it cool in the summer and warm in the winter. It has a mechanical system that uses hydronic heating. The steep leaning roofs have grass that grow on top, adding more camouflage and insulation. From one end of the house, it looks as though there are 2 houses that face each other, and at one end is an infinity pool shaped in a sharp triangle that matches the rest of this incredible pit home along with a comfortable outside lounge area. The inside is stunning with modern furniture and lots of glass windows, allowing plenty of light to enter the sunken home. Underground home in Peru. This is a huge underground home built in Pachacamac, Peru by Longi architects into the side of a hill, and the interesting geometrical shapes add a lot of curiosity to what's going on underground. The outside of the structure in many places is hand-built using stone from the area and is cut perfectly. And this place is huge, 5,000 square meters of area to be exact. It's located 40 kilometers south of Lima near Peru's coast and was built as the retirement home of a philosopher. No one wanted a house built here, so the conditions were to bury it to balance architecture and landscape. However, the architect wanted to make a statement and designed a glass box that sticks out of the hill, symbolizing architectural intervention on untouched nature. Invisible House, Australia. This next house sits in an area 4 hours west of Sydney on the dry side of the Blue Mountains. Uninterrupted bush, golden escarpments, wild skies, and not a sign of human habitation as far as the eye can see. It's an inescapably dominant, mesmerizing landscape. But here, carved out of the mountain ridge sliding south and overlooking east over the Megalong Valley, is a 75-hectare site which was once sheep country. It's a dry, rocky, and exposed environment that no one would consider building a home on. So that's why people thought it was crazy to build a home here, until architect Peter Stutchberry designed an appropriately wild, daring temple of a home for a Sydney filmmaker and artist, wanting a retreat and place for visitors to enjoy the Australian bush. On approach, the house is virtually invisible, until you see the cantilever roof which you can walk out on and overlook the beautiful landscape. Those big red boxes on the roof bring in air and sunlight. On the upper level, there is a bedroom which can be opened up to the elements. There's a ton of handcrafted wood, steel, and brass in this home, and it took 3 years to build it. Interestingly enough, it's one of the only houses we could find a budget on, which costs $1,624,000. We hope you enjoyed this video. We want to know, would you live in one of these underground houses, and which one was your favorite? If you liked the video, then please click the subscribe button to let us know and help us reach 2 million viewers. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when a new video arrives. Thanks for watching.